Whoa, welcome in everybody. I apologize to our Avery friends out there. It is me tonight, hanging out with you guys on Thursday night. He is taking a much-deserved break, so I'm hanging in. I'm checking in for him on this Thursday Night Football Live. We are here to answer your questions, talk about this game, maybe some of our favorite plays. I've got a good one for you guys for this live, so really excited for you to join in, talk some Thursday Night Football. This game is starting in a little bit over an hour, so we have a couple key start decisions to make for this game. I'm just going to be making sure here we are all good across the board. Everything is looking good. Amazing. Welcome in, guys. We got our first question of the day. Let's try to get this done. Trade away ETN or Kamara, Keenan, and Bill for Jay Jettas, Wandell. Oh, let me make sure I don't have... Okay, I had the YouTube playing in the background. That was driving me crazy here. Let's see. He wants ETN more. RB Cook, Henry. Oh, man. What a good question here. I think that getting Jay Jettas and Wandell is a good trade for any of those players. Yeah, I would definitely do that. You get Jay Jettas and Wandell. Wandell has been stepping up like crazy this year. So, yeah, great question. Pretty complicated question off the bat, but I do like that trade. I would get it done before this game. You got about an hour to go. We got another question from Hector. Welcome in, Hector. Thanks for joining tonight. Start Vidal or Dowdle. I personally would go with Dowdle. We got an amazing matchup against the Bills. Last week, the Bills are about 27th ranked, and I just did a video here. I posted on YouTube on No BS Fantasy Football. Dowdle actually has the third best RB matchup of the week. So even if he's splitting with Hubbard, last week he had 17 carries and 2 targets. That's pretty good volume. Even like, hey, we're splitting. Who cares? If anyone gets 17 carries and 2 targets, that's amazing. That's why I'm going to go with Dowdle. Now, Vidal, he gets a lot of the backfield, but the other reason I'm a little bit worried about Vidal compared to someone like Dowdle is that Vidal has his backup Nyheim Hines, and Nyheim Hines is a pass-catching back, so that's one thing I'm a little bit worried about. The other thing I'm worried about tonight's game, or about Vidal, is last week when he played against the Colts, he was very inefficient, even compared to how running backs are normally against the Colts. So Vidal kind of had that first game breakout, but I think teams, especially after seeing last week's game, the Vikings will be ready to go. So I would go with Dowdle over Vidal. But guys, Vidal's still a fine start if you have to go for him. There's definitely some touchdown upside there, but he's not my favorite start of the week. Let's keep answering questions, guys. We're specifically going to prioritize those for Thursday Night Football. So something to keep in mind, guys. By the way, if you have start-sit questions, trade questions, we have this brand new trade finder in the Walter Picks app. I don't have a league synced right now, but you can now find trades and have them automatically generated for you. There's a link in the profile. Use code NOBS. That way you can make sure you get the free trial and try out this trade finder. It's honestly, I help make it. It's pretty awesome. It's the best one I've ever used. They're real trades that might get accepted. And the way it works, it pairs your strengths with your opponent's weaknesses that have strengths opposite your weaknesses to find trades that work for both of you that may get accepted. So pretty awesome new feature here. And let's do another question. Let's see here. Herbert or Baker? We got Herbert or Baker. That's a good question because the Vikings pass defense last week got absolutely lit up. Ladd McConkey facing Josh Metellus. That's actually my play of the week. I've got the Ladd McConkey yardage and Josh Metellus tackles paired together since Ladd will be covered by Josh Metellus, and Josh Metellus, one of the weakest corners in the league. Isaiah Rodgers is the guy to watch out for who's shutting down wide receivers. I think I would go with, it's tough. I think I'd wait for Baker. Honestly, I like the matchup. They're playing the Saints, I believe. So I would wait for Baker probably. I like Herbert as well. If you got Herbert, I'm not saying I don't like him, but I think I like Baker a little bit more. Good question. Let's see. We got one more from Hector. Big fan, no BS. Appreciate it, man. I'm sorry, guys. If you were expecting Avery tonight, he's taking a much-deserved break. He's doing some awesome TikTok stuff as well. So really excited for him this week. So I'm standing in for him. Would I trade away Metcalf, Dowdle, and Aaron Jones to get Saquon, Jameson Williams? If you're benching one or two of those guys, I probably would do that. If you're not benching them like deeper league, I wouldn't. Mason or Flowers, Herbert or Dart? Good question here. I probably would go Flowers because if you guys did not know, Aaron Jones is back. That definitely hurts Mason a little bit, especially I think in the red zone. I like the way the Chiefs use Kareem Hunt. I think that's how the Vikings may use Aaron Jones, where you have a running back in the red zone that can run. Aaron Jones can run, so can Kareem Hunt, but they're also great pass catchers, and that gives them a lot of variability. Those third down backs are normally good blockers as well. So that's the one thing I'm scared about for Jordan Mason. He will certainly need a touchdown to be viable tonight. So I would go Flowers. And then on Herbert or Dart, I would go Dart. Dart's just been pretty insane. Plus you get that rushing upside as well. So I would go Dart and sit both the players tonight. But hey, if you want to play someone tonight of the two, I would probably play Mason and hope he scores that touchdown. Addison or Quentin Johnston. Addison has a hard matchup, guys. If you don't see this on my No BS page, I post the wide receivers with the toughest matchups and the easiest matchups. Addison this week has the 6th hardest matchup facing Benjamin St-Juste. And guys, some people are like, Benjamin St-Juste not that good. It's based on fantasy points allowed. So if he's like causing pass interference plays, he may not be the amazing for NFL, but he's taking away your fantasy points. So in this game, Quentin Johnston, though, I think he's going to be covered by Isaiah Rodgers. That's going to be a tough matchup for him. I personally, I think I would go Addison in this game. It's a tough one, but I think I'd like Addison. He's been awesome as well. Like, both these guys have been good. TNF, I appreciate you guys. If you guys are asking a TNF question, start it with TNF so I can really dial in on that. That's what we're going to spend the hour doing, guys. So hopefully we're answering every question, but we're going to spend this hour on TNF questions. We want to help you win your league, and we want to help you get off to a great start. So by the way, if you just joined in, hit that like, hit that subscribe, because we are here to answer your questions today. And don't forget, you get a free trial to the Walter Picks app with code NOBS. That is in the profile. Exclusive offer, 14-day free trial for you guys in the profile. Only for YouTube Live viewers. Only for you guys. It's 14-day free trial. TNF, pick one. Tet, Pearsall, Keenan Allen, or Ladd. I think I'm going to go with Ladd. Ladd has an amazing matchup against Josh Metellus of the Vikings this week. Last week, A.J. Brown's first touchdown came against Josh Metellus. And we saw Devonta Smith a lot of time against Josh Metellus having one of the best weeks of his career. So I'm going to go with Ladd McConkey with the great cornerback matchup. But guys, that's something you're not getting everywhere. Not everybody knows the cornerback matchups, and I'm just starting to do that myself, but it's research I'm doing every single week to help you guys win your matchup. We got another question here from Logan. Do I start Keenan Allen or switch him out for Sutton? Sutton is insane. He's got a great matchup as well. You're 100% right. Sutton has, I have it written down here for you guys, the 3rd best matchup of the week. I would wait for Sutton. He's been amazing. Keenan's been good. So Keenan could be great, and Sutton could be even better. So I would wait for Sutton. The matchup is great, and Sutton has been great. Let me just get a quick reminder here for you of Courtland Sutton's stats. Because a lot of people, like you, when you look in your app, it may say Keenan. He's been under-projected every single week. This week, we've got him projected for 16.4 points. That would be his 2nd worst week of the year when he's not covered by, when he's not covered by the Colts, who are taking away the wide receiver 1, and not covered by Sauce Gardner. He's been over that every single time. So I would go with Courtland Sutton personally. Great question, though. Very tough question. I totally get that. Garrison, Mason Taylor, who's T. Johnson? I'm getting lost. Tez Johnson, Woody Marks are on. I think I would go with Mason because he's got the best chance at a touchdown. So while I don't love Mason with Aaron Jones back, he does have the best chance at a touchdown. So I'd go with him. We got another question here. Dowdle, Hubbard, Vidal, Woody Marks. I'm definitely going to go Dowdle. I love that. And then I think if you want to upside, like if your opponent is like supposed to beat you, go Vidal. I do think there's a world where going Dowdle and Hubbard is actually pretty smart because the Bills do have a pretty bad run defense, and always having the Panthers running back could be pretty strong. It limits your upside for sure, but it also kind of locks you into maybe 20 fantasy points between the two of them. That's not bad in some matchups. So I'd base it based on your matchup. If you need to chase the upside, go Vidal and Dowdle. If you're like, hey man, I'm projected to crush my opponent this week, I just need some points, go Dowdle and Hubbard. That's what I would do. TNF, Dart or Herbert? I'm going with Dart. He's been pretty good. Let's just double check on Dart real quick. Let me just make sure that what I'm thinking is actually true. Yeah, 29 points, 23 points. I mean, since he's been a starter, he's been pretty dang good. So I'm going to wait and go for Dart. Good question, though. Mason or Flowers, Herbert or Dart? We did that one. Well, guys, once we answer your question, don't put it back in the chat. We want to give everybody a shot here. Quentin Johnston or Waddle? I'm definitely sitting Waddle this week. He has a tough matchup against A.J. Terrell of the Falcons. You do not want to face that. Definitely going Quentin Johnston. Good question. We got James in the chat. Start and sit. Do I start Jones tonight over Trevion Henderson on Sunday? I definitely would. The matchup for the Patriots is against the Browns. One of the worst possible matchups. Actually, the 3rd toughest matchup according to fantasy points allowed against a running back's average. So we're doing a little bit deeper research. I just posted a full video about that on the No BS Fantasy Football page. But make sure you have the Walter Picks app because you can kind of check it out. The way I do it is the matchup tab where you can kind of compare like how they've done against who. Because, for example, like let's say somebody faces Bijan, Saquon, and CMC. Well, they're going to look like a terrible team against the run, but you want that context. So the Walter Picks app does allow you to have that with the matchup tab. But Trevion Henderson facing the Browns, no thank you. So I would definitely go with Jones tonight, even though it's his first game back. Fair question here. Glob says, been watching your TikTok. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, man. We're up to 228,000. Absolutely insane on the TikTok. So appreciate you guys. By the way, guys, the prop evaluator, that's part of the free trial as well. So make sure you guys check that out. I'll show you guys a little sneak peek for tonight's game. By the way, we got, if we go just to tonight's game, let's see if we can, let's find the first one. We got Nyheim Hines, good value for a touchdown. Now, the percent chance to win is pretty low, 8%. But let's find one more for tonight for you guys. Let's see here. Let's find another good one for tonight's games. Man. It makes sense. Jordan Mason over 1.5 receptions. I kind of like that one as well. That one's pretty good. Good value, 41% chance. That's on this book particularly. But yeah, so the prop evaluator, if you guys like that is available in the free trial too. So we're answering start-sit questions, guys, for Thursday Night Football. If you just joined, make sure you hit that like. Herbert or Nix? Wow, that's tough. I think I'd go Bo Nix. I mean, I like Herbert, but this is not the best possible matchup for the Chargers. I like them, though. If you want to go Herbert, chase the upside. I like that. Man, it's tough. I think I go Nix after last week's performance, but Herbert is a good play as well. So, if you're like, hey, it's close enough for me that if you want to have some fun and just start Herbert on Thursday Night Football, that makes a lot of sense. Welcome in from the guys that got the push from the Walter Picks app. We are talking Thursday Night Football starts and sits, and let's answer some of your questions here. I'm scrolling down to the bottom here. Let's get to I'm scrolling like crazy. Let's get to those new comments. Let's see here. TNF start Garrett Wilson if he plays Keenan, Pittman, Rome, Tet, Drake London. Man, I don't know how many we're starting here, but Pittman is maybe one of the starts of the week for sure. Keenan is a great start as well. Let's do this one. Hawkinson or Andrews? I'd definitely go Hawkinson. Andrews has been kind of up and down, and Hawkinson almost scored the touchdown last week. Fannin or Gadsden? I'm going Gadsden. I'm chasing the upside there. Herbert or Caleb? I would go Herbert. Caleb struggled a little bit last week on the fantasy point side. Flacco or May? We're trying to do Thursday Night Football, man, but I'm going to go with May, I think. Quentin Johnson or Stephon Diggs? So we'll do Quentin Johnson. Herbert or Dart? We're going Dart. Guys, Gadsden is a good start this week. I want to show you guys him in the compare tool. Let me just compare him to Hawkinson. I think both good starts tonight, but I want to show you one thing about Gadsden that the Walter Picks app brings to the table here. The boom probability with Gadsden is pretty insane. So the floor may not be that bad, but the boom probability pretty insane. For this question, I would go Quentin Johnson over Stephon Diggs. Vidal or Allen? I'm trying to think of who Allen is. Guys, just give me that first initial. I'm losing him a little bit. I'm thinking Vidal is okay. I'm trying to think of, Keenan Allen. I would go Keenan Allen. Guys, there's a lot of people named Allen. I'm trying. We're talking so many players, so at least give me initial or type out the whole player. That'd be really helpful. Tough start with JSN on the bye. What are your thoughts on Addison? Tough matchup or Tet with a tough matchup. Dalton at QB. I think I would go with Addison. Don't know what you can do. Can you compare the two? Yeah, let's do it. And make sure, hey man, you can get the Walter Picks app. This is free in the Walter Picks app. There is a free trial with code NOBS as well. But let's do a compare tool here between Addison and Tet. I think it's going to say Addison, but let's compare. Yeah, Addison by 0.1 and the better boom probability. More bust probability as well. And I would agree with that because Tet has been soaking up the targets for the team. But the Walter Picks app, for me, kind of confirms what I was thinking. I'm leaning Addison. Plus, it's fun to play Addison tonight. He's been awesome. I mean, we click in. Let me reconnect to my phone here. Let me put it on Do Not Disturb as well. When we click into the here, he's wide receiver 7. How crazy is that? 15, 22 points pretty much. Addison, I think, has got to go in the lineup. Good question, guys. By the way, guys, there is a 14-day free trial to the Walter Picks app in the profile just for you who are on YouTube. Use code NOBS. Obviously, that helps me out, but you get the 14-day free trial, and you can try this out as well. The new Trade Finder, it will generate trades that will actually get accepted for you by combining your strengths and weaknesses to your opponent's weaknesses and strengths to find trades that benefit you both that will actually be accepted. I've used plenty of Trade Finders. None of them offer trades. They either offer one of two trades. Trades that my league mates would never accept or trades that I would never send that, of course, would be accepted. This Trade Finder perfectly balances the two. You're actually going to like these trades. We've been getting a ton of positive feedback. Get that free trial and try it out. Use code NOBS use the description to make sure you get the 14-day free trial. Gadsden or Kraft? Good question. Zero goal. I actually had this exact debate with my wife before this game. She has Gadsden was on the waiver wire and Kraft was on her team. And we kind of talked about it. Gadsden has the boom probability and it's way more fun. Between those two guys, Gadsden's way more fun. He's been really involved. He has more boom probability. And when you look at the teams, Justin Herbert's been passing a lot of touchdowns. The running back a little bit less of a threat. So I'm going Gadsden. I'm hoping for Gadsden to have an awesome night tonight. So love the question. Aaron Jones or Ja'Cory Crosky-Merritt? Gotta go Aaron Jones. Ja'Cory Crosky-Merritt has been pretty dang bad when, pretty much the whole season. Let's just be honest. He had that great game week 1 where everybody was kind of hype about him, and now everybody's obsessed with him. But he honestly hasn't been that good this year. He's had 2 big games, week 1 and week 5. Other than that, he's been pretty bad, and this week he's facing the Chiefs. And let me double check here. The Chiefs are the 10th worst defense against running backs. Now, this says 7th based on fantasy points allowed, but when you go to the matchup tab, they faced a couple of good running backs like Hampton, Barkley, Scattaboo, Justice Hill. They gave up a huge week to Justice Hill. But Ja'Cory Crosky-Merritt over these last couple weeks, Gibbs and Montgomery, they did nothing against the Chiefs. I think you got to sit them this week. I think you got to sit Bill this week. Let's see here. Let's answer some more questions, guys. By the way, if you're new here, hit that like and subscribe. We are out here every Thursday, every Wednesday, every Sunday, helping you guys win your league with details and data that most other pages just don't have, like wide receiver cornerback matchups for the running back against fantasy points allowed. That's what Walter Picks is all about. We got Gadsden or Engram. I'm going Gadsden. Mooney or Aaron Jones? Maxwell, that is a very tough question because I'm making right now for my NoBS page, or maybe I'll post it on Walter Picks. I'm not sure yet. But wide receivers you need to avoid and target for this week. Mooney is on the target list. He has the best possible matchup facing Minkah Fitzpatrick of the Dolphins. I've got it written down right here, guys. Best possible matchup for Mooney. So I'm probably going to wait and play Mooney, honestly. Aaron Jones, he's coming back from injury. He's probably not in the best shape. Let's be honest. NFL shape is he's got Jordan Mason's in great shape. Aaron Jones probably not in good shape. He's coming back from an injury. I'm sure he's been training as much as he can. But when you're injured, you just can't do the cardio you need to be a full, huge participant. So I don't think Aaron Jones is going to have a, insane volume, so I'd rather go Mooney. Good question. Kincaid or Gadsden? I'm going Gadsden. Kincaid's pretty good too, but Gadsden, guys, I like Gadsden this week. I think he's a great play. Let me just try to pull him up here. There we go. So far, he's been pretty good. Last 2 weeks, 7 receptions. That's pretty insane. Oh my gosh. Against the Colts, 164 yards. How can you bench a tight end with 164 yards? Last 2 weeks, look at the route rate. Insane for a tight end. That's some of the best. Let's actually click into this on the Walter Picks app and see what the best tight end has for a route rate. Best route rate is 90%, 85%, 84%. In the 75% range, pretty strong, near Brock Bowers, near TJ Hawkinson. Pretty strong route participation, and the snaps are insane. The routes are insane. The target's insane. So I'm going with Gadsden. He's just been so good lately, and this is what they drafted him to do. Pretty amazing. Start Mason. I'm going to try to sit Mason if you can. Aaron Jones is back, which limits his upside. So Mason will certainly need a touchdown tonight to be fantasy relevant. QJ or Mason? Yeah, in that case, I'd definitely go QJ if you're in a PPR league. Addison or Higgins? That may be the question of the day. Addison has a tough matchup, but he's been better than Higgins. The Bengals, who are the Bengals playing? Let me get a reminder here. Let me do a reminder of Higgins. And you guys can do this in the Walter Picks app. Higgins, we got at 16. Let's see here. We got him against the Jets. So Sauce Gardner is going to be on one of these guys. It's tough. That's really tough, man. I think I'd probably play Addison because he's been better. And because both are kind of tough, it's more fun to play Addison tonight. He's been really good too. So a little bit more fun. Gadsden or Evan Engram, we just did that one. QJ or Mason, we did that one. Gadsden or Kincaid, oh man, we've done some of these guys. Once we answer them, guys, don't put them back in the chat. Make sure you're listening because we've answered some of these. We want to give everybody a chance to get their questions in here. Mason, Woody or Otten, we did that one as well. We've done that one earlier. The Patriots or Chargers defense. Now, John, this is a question that I absolutely love. Great question, John. I want to show you something about the Chargers defense. Okay, so if you've got both, I would play the Patriots this week. Love the matchup. They are playing the Browns. Amazing matchup. But check this out. If you're deciding, honestly, about 15 people, because they're on this live right now, because they're subscribed, or because of the Walter Picks app, are going to win their matchup next week. Right now, guys, you have to do it now. You can leave the live and come back. But the Chargers next week play the Tennessee Titans. Look, the Tennessee Titans have been giving up double-digit points to pretty much everybody, sometimes in the, 15 and up multiple times. So if you're between Patriots this week or Chargers this week and next week, I would definitely go for the Chargers because this matchup against Minnesota, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not great. It's not bad. But next week, playing the Titans is insane. So you got to add the Titans. I'm willing to hold multiple defenses just to hold on to the Titans for this week. I certainly would go do that before they play because after this game, they will lock. Go add the Titans. So if it's a 1 week play, I'm going with the Patriots. But if we're considering this week and next week, I'm going with the Chargers. Like, you can only hold one defense. Let's see here. Let's keep answering some questions here. Yeah, we can compare Addison and Higgins. Why we do that? Let's answer another question, though. Let's answer another question while we compare them. Again, guys, you guys can do this in the Walter Picks app. Again, this is a free feature, by the way, guys. It's free feature. So, you know, you should check it out. This is powerful stuff. Pretty close across the board. Boom probability about the same. Bust probability a little bit lower. So I like this. I mean, the matchup's about the same as well. Both tough matchups. So overall, I mean, I just lean Addison a little bit, just like the Walter Picks app does. Good question here. Jordan Mason or Woody Marks? Yeah, that's a fair question. I would go Jordan Mason in that case. Woody Marks, I like him, but I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can trust him yet. Let's see here. This guy saw the live last night, guys. I go live on Wednesdays normally tonight. Again, Avery, he's taking some much-deserved time off, and he's going to this really awesome TikTok event as well, so really excited for him. So I'm standing in for him tonight. And we got this question. We rock with Gadsden or George Kittle? George Kittle, it's National Tight Ends Day. If anyone's getting a tight end or anyone's getting a touchdown, it is George Kittle. But Gadsden dropped 29 last week. Kittle dropped as many points as you did. He dropped a goose egg. Obviously, he made a much bigger impact towards the 49ers winning the game than you did. But he still dropped a goose egg for fantasy football. So I'm going to go with Gadsden. I'm going to trust the guy that's gotten, I think, 9 receptions or 7 receptions the last few games. So I'm going with Gadsden. Tough question, but Gadsden is definitely one of my top tight ends this week. Alec Pierce, Judy, or Troy Franklin? Definitely not Judy. Judy has a top 5 difficult matchup this week, and they've been terrible. Troy Franklin and Alec Pierce look good. I'm going to go Alec Pierce. I like the matchup against Tennessee. Right? It's Tennessee. Yep. Herbert or Mayfield? We're going with Herbert. Wait. No. We're going with Baker. Sorry. Baker plays the Saints. Better matchup. I'm going with that one. Mooney or Aaron Jones? We did that one, guys. We said Mooney. Let me get down to the comments here. Let's get to the new questions here. Dalton Schultz or Evan Ingram? I'd go probably Dalton Schultz. I like that question. Vidal or Dowdle? I'm going Dowdle. I like the matchup against the Bills. Don't like the matchup for Vidal tonight. Start 2, Javonte, James Cook. I think we're just locking those guys in. Start the running backs. Addison, Diggs, Devonta Smith. I'm going to sit Diggs of the group. I like Addison a lot. He's been pretty insane. And Devonta Smith, great matchup. I'm making a video right now that says you got to play Devonta Smith this week. I may not even put Devonta Smith in the video, actually, because he's been so good. Wow. Tough question here from Angel. I think Goddard or Gadsden. Gadsden is certainly more fun, but I think Goddard's a little bit safer. So if you're like, hey, man, I'm projected to win, or Goddard has been good for me, I'm just going to play him. I think I'd do that. If you're like, hey, man, I'm looking to have some fun. I'm in a tough matchup, risk-reward. Let's go for it. Gadsden's your play there. So I think it depends on your matchup this week. Goddard, definitely the safer points, I think. McConkey or Addison, I would go McConkey. My play of the night is Josh Metellus tackles combined with Ladd McConkey yards. That's my favorite play of the night because Josh Metellus is one of the weaker corners in the league right now, and Ladd McConkey is stepping it up. So I'm going with Ladd McConkey tonight. Let's go 7 catches for 85 yards, maybe a touchdown. Let's lock that in. 7 catches, 85 yards, a touchdown. I like him across the board. Ladd McConkey tonight. Have a game. TNF question. Mason, Tez Johnson, Woody Otten. I'm going with Mason. Best chance to score a touchdown. Kamara or Devonta Smith? I'd go Devonta Smith. Guys, I do want to talk about Kamara really quickly here. So let me go in. So we got some injuries on the Saints. I honestly think that he's going to be about around, like, we got a projection for 14 in an easier matchup. And it's not even that easy of a matchup. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have just played some insanely good running backs. But I think Kamara, for me, like last week with Kendre Miller getting hurt, still only 3 receptions. He's out there for the snaps 83%, but they're going to use Taysom Hill in the red zone. They're going to use Devin Neal. I'm not convinced. So I think I'm trying to trade away Alvin Kamara as soon as he has a good game. Let's do another question here. Trade away Nico Collins and DeAndre Swift for CeeDee. I'd probably do that, especially if you're trying to win now. DeAndre Swift has one of the worst playoff schedules. It's not too early to look at that. Daniel Jones or Caleb Williams? Going Daniel Jones. Mason or Tet? I would probably wait for Tet, even though he's got a bad matchup. Judkins or Javonte? If you're benching one of those guys, you should probably trade them for a top-tier wide receiver. I would think, but I'll probably go Javonte. I just trust the Cowboys to score more points. Aaron Jones or Breece Hall? I'm going to go with Aaron Jones. The Jets they suck. They suck, unfortunately. PPR, pick 2, Troy Franklin, Ertz, or Aaron Jones. I probably would just go Franklin and Jones. I think, I'm not trusting a lot of those guys, though. Very tough. Addison or Vidal, definitely going Addison. He's been pretty insane. Vidal had that great breakout game, but teams are starting to look at what they need to do here. Plus, you have to consider the Chargers are extremely injured on their offensive line. Yeah, fair question, though. Fair question. By the way, guys, if you haven't yet, you have to check out the new Trade Finder. I helped make this new Trade Finder. It's pretty awesome. You can buy player, sell player, improve position. Like, hey, I want to improve my running back, wide receiver, tight end, quarterback. You can pick a specific trade partner, like the guy who is 7-0 that wants to prioritize for playoffs, or the guy that's 1-6 that wants to prioritize for regular season. You can pick your trade partner. You can save your trades. You can also mark players as untouchable if you don't want to show up in trades. You can get a free trial for 2 weeks in the description. That's only for you that are here on the YouTube Live. Use code NOBS when you try it out. It's pretty awesome. Let me know what you think. I helped make it. I helped with the design and some of the features. I didn't do the design. I didn't do the engineering, but I helped with a lot of the direction of the Trade Finder, and it is awesome. I absolutely love it. As someone that plays fantasy football, like really hardcore, this is an amazing tool, and it's perfect if you're new as well. It makes trading so easy. Diggs or Worthy? I'm going to go with Diggs. Not big on Worthy. I'm probably going to try to trade him off my team. Any teams where I have Worthy as soon as he has his next big game. Let's see here. We did that one. Let's get to the new comments, guys. Trade away Genty for Garrett Wilson. I kind of like that. Garrett Wilson, Genty's not going to be good, guys. And he's fine, but this offense is horrible. Danny Dimes or Herb? I'm going to go with Herb. Sorry, just got here. Don't know if you answered already. 2 questions. First, Addison and Keenan tonight. Wow, that's tough. That is tough. I think that Keenan is safer. I think Addison has a better ceiling. So I'd base it based on your matchup. Whichever one of those you want to go for, safer points or ceiling points. And then trade BTJ, Chase Brown, and Igbuka for Lamar and Henry. I would do that if you're weak at quarterback. I would do that if you're weak at quarterback. It's tough, though. Johnston or Flowers, I'd go Johnston. Odunze or Addison, I would go Addison. Addison's been pretty insane. Vidal or Jones, wow. Oh, man. I think if you're PPR, I just don't trust Vidal. I just think he's going to have a bad game. So I'm going to go Jones. I know that may be crazy, though. Keenan or Odunze. Let me know what you guys in the chat think. Vidal or Aaron Jones. Let me know what you guys think. Vidal or Aaron Jones. While you guys are answering that question, I'm going to go with Keenan or Odunze. And I'm going to go with Keenan. Let's see here. Tyrod, Rattler, Wentz, or Penix. Wow. I'm not going Tyrod. I'm Penix. Good a game for Penix against Miami. I'll go Penix. Yeah. Dak or Baker? I'm going Dak. QJ or Higgins? I'll probably wait and go Higgins, personally. Gadsden or Wandale? Wow. Wandale's been pretty awesome. That's tough. The smart play is waiting for Wandale. The fun play is playing Gadsden, so I'll let you do with that what you will. Let's see here. Herbert or Flacco? I'm going to go with Herbert. I like that play a little bit better. This person, honest. James, I'll answer your question, but we are focused on TNF tonight. Allen, Nix, Mayer at QB. Who should I target Allen as trade bait? Thanks. That's a tough question. Based on your team's weaknesses, what I would do is just try out the Trade Finder in the Walter Picks app. Put improve position for your weakest position, or put sell player and do Josh Allen, and it will recommend good trades for you. It'll find you some trades where, I don't know your league, I don't know your settings. I would think a player like, hey, Puka Nacua, Bijan Robinson. Whoever in your league has a bad quarterback, they should be willing to give their best player to get Josh Allen. Honestly. So I think that's the play for you, is use that Trade Finder. That'll help you out. Aaron Jones or Matthew Golden? I'm going to wait for Golden. Golden has the matchup against Jalen Ramsey this week of the Steelers, the 8th easiest matchup. Jalen Ramsey is letting up some serious fantasy points, so I think I would go with Matthew Golden. I'll wait for him. This could be his breakout week. Quentin Johnson or Rashad White? I will wait for Rashad White playing the Saints. Bucky Irving has already been ruled out, so I like Quentin Johnston a lot. I like both these guys. I'm not saying just because I choose Rashad White doesn't mean I don't like Quentin Johnson. I like him for 14 points tonight. Maybe he scores a touchdown and does even better. But I think Rashad White is definitely the safer play and has great upside against the Saints. Yeah, fair question, though. Fair question. Let's keep going here. QJ or Mason or Golden? Definitely QJ for me. Definitely QJ. Chase Brown, Rico Dowdle, or Quidshot Junkins? I'm going Dowdle and Judkins. Chase Brown has the 5th hardest matchup of the week versus the Jets. Jets are great run defense, so I'm going to start the other two. I do like Chase Brown a lot, though, so I think he's going to... Chase Brown, guys, by the way, this is going to win some of their league. This right here, this moment, someone is going to win their league because of this. Check this out. Check this out, guys. This is the power of the Walter Picks app, by the way. You guys have to try it. Free trial, 14 days in the profile. Use code NOBS when you download. You're not going to regret it, guys. You're not going to regret at least trying it with a free trial. Look at the schedule for Chase Brown. You have to trade for him now because week 9 he plays Chicago. Then he's got the bye week. Now's the perfect time to trade for him. And then he plays Baltimore, Buffalo, Baltimore, Miami, Arizona to close out the season. This is the schedule of a league winner. And with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Joe Flacco firing all the cylinders, maybe Joe Burrow will be back by then as well. Chase Brown is a player you have to get for this schedule. You have to try to get him for your team. This is a league winner right here. So someone right now that goes and trades for Chase Brown, and the easiest way to do it, guys, it's never been easier in the Walter Picks app because you can do the find trades button, hit buy player, type in Chase Brown, and have the trades generated for you for every single league. You don't even have to think about it. You can just sort through your synced leagues, each one by one, and keep buying Chase Brown in all those leagues. So it's never been easier. No excuses is what that means. And you guys can try that out in the Walter Picks app. Use code NOBS. It's pretty amazing tool, guys. I helped design it and make it and all the features as well. So it's pretty awesome. Flex help Javonte Williams, Vidal. Javonte is definitely the guy. We're not sitting him. TNF question: QJ or Mason or Golden? Yeah, that's QJ all the way. Do I trade Genty, Flowers, and Olave for Jettas and Aaron Jones? I've got CD and Puka. Wow. I would probably do that. I mean, that just sets you up for like an insane wide receiver core. Trade Jaden Daniels and Scat for Gibbs. I probably would do that if you don't need Daniels. Like if you're like, hey, I picked up Dart off the waiver wire, I'm killing it. Scat for Gibbs is essentially what you're doing. Keenan, Addison, or Metcalf. I'm going to play Keenan for sure. Well, that's tough. Picking Addison. So Keenan is safer. Addison has more upside. Metcalf, I'm going to play. Last week he faced a really tough matchup against, I can't remember his name, but he had 2 picks for the Bengals. He had his worst matchup of the year, and he did his worst. That's okay. DK is a good start. He's going to bounce back. And then I'll play Addison for upside and Keenan for safety based on your matchup. Golden or Gadsden or Schultz, I'd play Gadsden for sure. Hawk or Fannin, I'll go Hawkinson. I think they tried to get him a touchdown because last week, I don't know, they called it a drop. I don't know what I think about it, but I think they do try to get him a touchdown this week, kind of get him back in the end zone. Mason, Brown, or Dowdle. I'm going to go with Dowdle. I really like Dowdle this week. The Buffalo Bills, really weak matchup. 3rd easiest for running backs based on running backs' average points versus defenses. So absolutely love that one. Whew. I'm going to take a quick sip of water here. I've got the San Pellegrino. You can get like 25 of these from Costco for a deal. So shout out Costco. Ladd or Pickens? Oh, Addison or Jalen Warren? Probably go Addison. Ladd or Pickens? I've been trying to warn you guys all year about Pickens. Now, when CD got hurt, the warning stopped, but this is a sign of things to come, I think. This is a sign of things to come. 12 points. CD comes back, and all of a sudden, he falls off a cliff. The targets, he had 6. Horrible. Not horrible, but not good. Not good. I'm trying to trade away Pickens, honestly. And this week, he faces Denver. It's just going to get difficult. In the fantasy football playoffs, Minnesota and the Chargers, I don't want any part of Pickens. Honestly, I would try to trade him away before this game. That's what I would do, and I would start Ladd for sure. Ladd is one of my favorite plays of the week, so I would definitely do that. Dunze or Judkins, I would go Judkins. I think the safety is just too good. Quentin, Mason, or Franklin, that is a tough one there. I think I'm going to go with Quentin Johnston, though. Quentin Johnson. Dobbs, Addison, or Tez, I'm going Addison. Yeah, DeBlur, thank you for hanging out. Like the, can't really tell the profile pic there, but I like the colors, man. Should I trade Hampton and Golden for Garrett and Jaden Daniels? If you've got a bad record, yeah, I would do that. If you don't, then I'd keep what you got for the playoffs. Quentin Johnston or T. Higgins? I think I'd go Higgins. I'd probably go Ladd over Higgins in this game, but Quentin Johnston versus Higgins, I'll go Higgins. Yeah, good question. Let me check here. let's just do a little bit of a compare here. Let's get Mason up on the board, and let's kind of bring up Jones as well. I just wanted to show you guys kind of what we're expecting for both these players. And by the way, chat, let me know who you think's going to win tonight. You guys got the Chargers or you got the Vikings? Who's going to win this one? This one we see Jordan Mason. Yeah, we're not projecting a good game for Jones. Definitely got to be on the bench, but still it's only 10.5 for Mason. I don't want to play him. Juwan Jennings or Diggs at the flex? I'm going Diggs. Yeah, Diggs. Who you got winning this game, guys? What do you think? Chargers or do you think the Vikings win? I'm going to go with the Chargers. Take this one. I don't know if that's a surprise, but I'm going with the Chargers. Mason or Franklin? I'm going to go with I'm going to go Mason. Otten or Gadsden? I go Gadsden. Gadsden or Warren? Got to go Warren if it's Tyler Warren. Jaylen Warren. That one's tougher. Jaylen Warren's definitely safer. Gadsden, I do believe, has more upside. So I'm going to play Gadsden if you want to chase the upside, and it's more fun, guys. I like fantasy football for fun. Lamar Jackson may or may not play. We do not know yet. Spiffy Whiffy. We'll show your username there. Very, very fun. We do not know yet, unfortunately. Wentz, no. He's got no rushing. And I don't know. I'm not playing him, I don't think. I'm not playing him. Hawk or and I'm playing Hawkinson. I like Hawkinson for a touchdown tonight. You guys heard it here first. Chase Brown or Dowdle? I like Dowdle a little bit better. Just Chase Brown's such a bad matchup. Should I be safe and play Herb? Yeah, you could play Herb. I think he's a good play. Gadsden or Henry? I mean, Hunter Henry, Gadsden. Derrick Henry. But I like Gadsden a lot this week. Yeah. Quentin Johnson or Tet? Ooh, that is a tough one. I think I'd go with Quentin Johnston. Let's do this one here. Keenan, Pickens, or Higgins? I think I'm going Higgins. Guys, I think we want to trade Pickens off our teams. I clicked the wrong button. I'm sorry. I have a fancy Razer mouse that got me in trouble. It's got these buttons on the side, and I clicked one of them on accident, and it is the back button, which kicked me out of the studio. I apologize for that, guys. Full PPR, need to start 3. Keenan, London, Pittman, or T? Oh, man. London struggles with Mooney in the game, but we got the matchup against Miami. I think we're playing Keenan. I know we're playing Pittman. London or T? Let's see what we have in the Walter Picks app. Let's see what the team thinks, because I've been busy this week. I haven't been in every single projections call. I'm in a lot of them, but I don't remember where we have London this week. Yeah, we got him at wide receiver 4. He's been really good this year, but actually, has he been that good? He was great in week 4, great in week 6, but other than that, he really hasn't been that good. But what's the targets? Yeah, the targets was 10, so I'm going to go London over T. Man, that's tough. You've got some great wide receivers, man. Sit, PPR, Keenan, QJ, Higgins, or Pickens. I'm going to sit Pickens, I think. I'd like to trade Pickens off my team. Vikings or Packers defense? I'm going Packers, I guess. I don't like either, to be honest. I like, if you're kind of putting me in a bad situation, because I don't like either, but I'd go Packers between the two. Quentin Johnson or Breece Hall? Good question. I'm going to go with Quentin Johnston. Yeah, I'm going to go Quentin Johnston. The Jets are just pretty bad. By the way, guys, I know most of you have probably been here the whole time, but I'm telling you, you got to try this Trade Finder. It's brand new. In the profile, and this is just for you guys here on YouTube, there's a free trial. If you use code NOBS, you get a 14-day free trial in the profile. Use code NOBS, guys, and try out this Trade Finder. It's going to help you out. It's pretty awesome. I helped design it. You can buy player. You can sell any player. You can improve a certain position. You can trade partner. And when you just open it, it's just going to offer you some awesome trades. And you can prioritize for whole season, regular season, playoffs. I don't have a league synced just so that I can use the start-sit comparison tool completely for like wide open for you guys. But I think that's a pretty awesome play. We got Wentz or Stroud. That's a really good one. I'm hoping that's Superflex, man. Otherwise, you're in a little bit of trouble. We got Stroud here at 19. And I think we got Wentz pretty far down. No, I passed him. Where are you, Wentz? Where are you? Do we have him ahead of Stroud? No, there's no way we do. There's no way. Yeah, we have him after Stroud. I'd play Stroud as well. How do I use NFL Fantasy? We're working on that, man. We don't have NFL Fantasy yet. But what you can do is you can still use the start sit tool. You can still use the trade analyzer. It just won't be synced to your league, but you can tell the settings to those tools. What you can do here is you can set up your whole league kind of like this. It is, you do have to change it up based on your league settings, but that's one way to use the app effectively. Quentin Johnson or Odunze? I'll probably go Quentin Johnson. He's been pretty good. Let's see here. Need a flex. Ladd, Olave, Swift. Swift has the best matchup for running backs this week. The best. Which makes me say Swift is probably a good play, but Ladd I think is just going to be insane tonight. Olave's been good too, but I think I'm between Swift and Ladd. I'm probably going to play Ladd. I just think that's more fun, and I think Ladd's going to be awesome. Should I play Juwan Jennings or Rondé Gadsden? I play Gadsden, personally, honestly. He was so good last week. Jackson Dart or Dak Prescott? Wow. I think you got to go Dak, but hey, you're in good shape. And then kind of once you get by the bye weeks, I may trade one of those guys away because if you're playing 2 quarterbacks, you've got 3 insane quarterbacks, and you could probably improve Jackson Dart for Bijan Robinson is not crazy if someone's starting like Aaron Rodgers. It is crazy, but if they're gonna get 8 points a week, maybe Bijan's a little bit much, but you can get an insane player for one of those quarterbacks for sure. Should I play Juwan Jennings or Rondé? Yeah, we did that one. We said Rondé. Quentin Johnson or Debo? I'll probably play Quentin Johnston. Yeah, good question, though. Good question. Quentin, let me ask, guys, because the comments are slowing down a little bit. Who you got? I think Herbert can get it to those top 4 receivers. Yeah, let's see where we got him in the Walter Picks app. Because what we do, guys, in the projections team is we go through and we stat out every single player every single week. So let me hit clear here. And let me see what we can get here for the clear. Okay, let me see here where we got these guys. We got Keenan at 18. We got Ladd at 21. And where do we have Quentin Johnson? I assume we got him at 30. Or 29. So we've got all of them kind of around that wide receiver 2 range. I like all of them. Someone's probably going to score the touchdown, though. Rico Dowdle or Kamani Vidal? I'd go Rico Dowdle. Yeah, I'd go Rico Dowdle. The app isn't on screen. Oh, you guys are... I accidentally clicked the wrong button a little bit ago on my mouse. Thank you. Jeez, I was showing off the trade finder. I was like, you guys can buy player, sell player. It's pretty awesome, and I didn't even have it on the screen. I appreciate you calling me out there. You're 100% helping me out. Debo or Mason? I go Debo this week. Yeah, I go Debo. Mason... We're projecting about 10.5 points. I don't think that's going to be enough. Kittle or Gadsden? I said Gadsden. Last week, Gadsden was better. The week before, Gadsden was better. Obviously, Kittle wasn't even playing that week. But I'm going to go with the guy who's been pretty awesome. Addison or Pittman? I'm definitely playing Pittman. Pittman's got a great matchup. And I think Addison's going to be great as well. I love Addison tonight. Think he's going to be awesome. I think Pittman's going to be even better. Yeah, thank you, Trickster. Appreciate it, man. Debo or Mason, we did that one. By the way, guys, like I was saying, the chat is slowing down a little bit, so this is our opportunity. I want to know who you think's going to win this game. Is it the Vikings or the Chargers? Drop your score. Who do you think's going to win? Drop your score in the comments. We'll see if anyone can get it exactly right. My prediction, if I get this right, we're going to post it all over TikTok tomorrow and the YouTube. My prediction for tonight's game is going to be the Chargers with, I'm going to say they do pretty well. I'm going to go Chargers with 27 points, and I'm going to go with the Vikings with 17 points. I'm going to go 27-17, Chargers win. Let me know what you guys think. We got Jackson says 24-21, the Chargers. He's going the Vikings win. We got Joel. I would love to see this, 30-27. That'd be a great one. Ricky, thank you, Ricky. Ricky subscribed for the 14-day free trial, guys. That's only for you here on YouTube. Make sure you use code NOBS. I appreciate that. That's only for you here in the profile. Thanks, Ricky. Let's look at this one. Nathan McMahon says 31-27 Chargers. I like that one as well. Joel says Chargers 30-27. Let's see here. We got a fantasy question we'll jump into. Debo, Mason, or I think I'd still sit Mason. Mason or Vidal? I'd go Mason in half PPR especially. Jordan Love or Justin Herbert? I'd go Justin Herbert. Yeah, good question, Tom. You guys don't need to, I'm seeing your questions, guys. You don't need to spam them. I'm seeing them. I've got you covered. We got 62 people in the live, which means I'm going to see your question, guys. I'm just going to see your question. Lamar or Nix? I would go with Lamar for sure, but obviously if he doesn't play, Bo Nix is fine. Let's see here. How do I sync my league? I won't ignore your question either. We do not have NFL synced. So the way to do that would be to use the start sit tool unsynced and use the settings button to set up your settings for how your league is. So unfortunately, we're working on the NFL. That's in the future plan, potentially here. We definitely need to keep working on the ones we have and make sure they stay top tier. But yeah, we'll call that out for you. I won't ignore you. We try to be no BS here. Paco says, help me fix my lineup. Where can I send you screenshots? Paco, you can't send me a screenshot, but what you can do super easy, head into League Sync and just type in, you hit add new league, and you can see ESPN, Yahoo Sleeper, or CBS. And then you go into, I'll sync a league here. I'll sync this team, pretty good team. You guys will see. You go into the My Team tab, and all you can do is you can hit best projection, what we think you should do, highest boom, the biggest potential to score the most points, lowest bust, and you have, is there one more? No, it's, current. What you currently have in your lineup. So you guys can use the My Team tool to find out exactly what I would do with your lineup. And that is a free tool. There's some premium elements to it, but you can use that for free, or you can grab the 14-day free trial in the profile with code NOBS. So that's how you can make sure you have the best possible lineup. Diggs or Vidal? I'm going to go Diggs. I'm not big on Vidal this week. Keenan Allen or Addison? We've had this question a few times. I've said Addison is maybe a little more risky, but has more upside. I think Keenan is pretty safe. So base it based on your matchup. Herbert or Caleb Williams? I would go Herbert. Jordan Love or Flacco? I would go with Flacco. Diggs or Vidal? I'd go Diggs, yeah. Hawkinson and Njoku Ingram? I like Hawkinson, and I also like him to score a touchdown. I think they really try to give him that touchdown after he got that touchdown taken away last week. I think they're going to, it's not a guarantee for sure, but I think they're just going to try to prioritize getting him a touchdown this week. Start Mason. I'm not starting Mason if you can avoid it because, what's his name? Aaron Jones is back. So let me check. Actually, I think I have Jordan Mason in this league. I do. He's in my flex because I don't have any better options in this league. Oh, wait. Actually, yeah, he's in my flex in this league. Let me go back. Let me show you exactly what I'm doing with my team. So I'm starting Rico Dowdle over Mason. So I've got Mason on my bench this week, guys. So I'm showing you my exact team. This is a half PPR league. I also have Addison on the bench for Rico Dowdle. My wide receivers are Drake London and Cortland Sutton. So I've actually got Addison on the bench as well. This is exactly what I'm doing in my team in a half PPR league. So I need the touchdowns. So that's why Sutton and London maybe a little bit better. Dowdle and Derrick Henry maybe a little bit better because their running backs is half PPR. Full PPR, I probably would put in Addison, but this is what I'm doing with my personal team. So I'll show you. I'm not playing Mason myself. So I'm glad I synced my league there so I can show you guys. I'm going to go back into offline mode, which is full PPR, but I wanted to show you my team there. So, guys, I practice what I preach. Kittle or Gadsden? I would go Gadsden, honestly. Kittle dropped a 0 last week. Gadsden dropped 29. I'm going to go Gadsden. Genty and DK for Kyron and Waddle. I probably wouldn't do that. I would wait for Genty to have a good week and then probably try to trade for even more. Let's see. Trade Finder is not working. Let me know what is going on with. So if you have, let me just quickly address this one. There is a Trade Finder that's in the older version. So we're rolling this out. Everybody should have this by the weekend. That's the goal. But if it doesn't look like this, that means it's the old Trade Finder, which works kind of completely differently. So just kind of wait a few days and make sure you have this version. If you do have this version, find trades that looks like this, but it's not working for you, send me a message at seth@walterpicks.com and we will help you. We want to make sure that's working, so I appreciate you letting us know. But if it does not look like this, that means you probably have the old Trade Finder and you should get the new one later this week. We're just rolling it out kind of in waves just to make sure it's working, and it's been working really well. So that's one reason why I'm a little bit surprised why I'm thinking you may have the old one. I could be wrong as well, so if I am, please let me know so we can fix that error. But it's working really well, so it should be by the end of the week, everybody has this new one. So great question. Again, let me know if it is this new one and it's not working because we definitely need to fix that. Seth@walterpicks.com. Thoughts on Vidal? I'm benching him this week. And then should I start Aaron Jones? I'm not starting Aaron Jones either. I think both these guys will need a touchdown to be viable. So when a player needs a touchdown to be viable, just like he does on my personal team, Jordan Mason, I'm not playing him. I like players with a little bit more volume happening. Thoughts on Otten? I got McBride on bye. Yeah, he's fine. I'd check your waiver wire for Gadsden, but Otten's fine. Romeo Dobbs, Zay Flower, Higgins, Quentin Johnson. Sit only one. I'll sit Dobbs. Yeah, not too hard if I'm sitting one. Achane and Sutton for CD and Kamara. I probably would not do that. I think Kamara's a little bit of a trap because they're going to use Taysom Hill in the red zone. They're going to use Devin Neal. I don't trust Kamara. I really don't. And there's a reason why he was splitting with Kendre Miller because he hasn't been insanely good. So I'm not going for Kamara. You have the new one and it isn't working either. Okay, let me know. Make sure you have a synced league as well. But Seth at Walter Picks, just send me a screenshot of what is not working, and we can help you out. Yeah, we'll make sure I get that to I'll send it right to the developers. We will make sure we get that fixed. So if you could let me know what's happening, your username, we will make sure that's working for you. Let's see here. Penix or Flacco? I'd go Flacco. Okay, opens but doesn't let me click the tabs. It won't let you click the tabs unless you have a synced league. Like I can't because I don't have a synced league. But if I sync a league, it'll let me sync the tab. We're not going to spend the whole time debugging here, but you can see when I have a league synced, I can click the tab. So if you don't have a league synced, that's definitely what you should do. If you do have a league synced and it's not working, yeah, send me a screenshot of that and we can help you out. TNF, Herbert or Caleb Williams? I'm going to go with Herbert. Caleb Williams wasn't the best last week. I can go over to the quarterbacks, and we have Herbert. Let me see. I think we have him up pretty high. Let me double check here. We have Caleb Williams a little bit higher. Let's compare. I guess Caleb Williams does have an easy matchup. I personally would play Herbert. Let's check this out. The bust probability on Herbert's a little bit lower. That's what I'm scared of. I'm scared of another bad week from Caleb Williams. That's why I'm starting Herbert, because I'm using the Walter Picks app to make my own choice. I like the lower bust probability. That's why I'm going Herbert. So it's up to you, but I don't want to take the risk this week. Let's see here. If you have no replacements, I would start Mason over Aaron Jones. Let's see here. Ladd and Jordan Addison. DK, Wandale, start 2, sit 2. I'm going to start Ladd for sure. And then probably Jordan Addison. I'll probably just start them both. Hopefully it's just a bit of a shootout of a game. Let's see here. Breece Hall or Juwan Jennings or Josh Downs. I'd go Josh Downs. He's got a great matchup this week. Dobbs is projected more, you're telling me. Let me go to Dobbs. Dobbs, he must be insane. Let me see where Dobbs is at this week. He does have a good matchup. I will admit that. Romeo Dobbs is here. Quentin Johnston, let's clear this out. Let's do Quentin Johnston and Romeo Dobbs. Fair question. The boom probability, that's what I'm chasing here. So with Johnston, I want the boom probability. Dobbs, he did have a great week once. He's been okay, but I like Quentin Johnston's boom probability. So that's why I like Johnston a little bit better. Let's see here. You have all the Chargers playing tonight. Nice. Pick 2, Worthy, Tez Johnson, Mooney. I'm going to go Worthy and Mooney. Like the question as well. I love Mooney this week, guys. He's got a great matchup. Whew. I'm going to take another sip of water. Again, Costco, guys. The San Pellegrino. It's good stuff. Soft bubbles. Start Baker or Joe Flacco. I'd probably go Baker against the Saints. Yeah. Henderson, Spears, or Algier. I'd go Algier. Reason being, they're facing the Dolphins, who are awful. So if they get way ahead, it's going to be the Algier show dominating this bad Dolphins defense. Ferguson versus Merritt versus McLaurin. I'm going Ferguson. He's earned it, guys. He's earned it. He's been too good. McBride or Mark Andrews or Loveland. I would go Mark Andrews, yeah. Vidal or McLaurin. McLaurin is facing Noel Williams of the Chiefs. Really tough matchup. Chiefs, man, what a good draft pick. I think 85th overall, Noel Williams. Wow, what a draft pick. I'm going to go with Vidal, and hopefully he has a breakout game. Because, guys, I've been saying to bench Vidal, but there's still a world where he does good, but it's just not compared to some of the other players you're suggesting. McLaurin, without Jane Daniels, I'm going to go Vidal. Jones or Mason tonight? Definitely Mason. I don't know. But I'm going Mason. Steelers to the Super Bowl. We'll see. I mean, they just lost to the Bengals. Unfortunately, that was kind of depressing, honestly. Had to really let that one go. But they have it. I think, if they can get the defense under control, they've got a shot. Phone died to the trade. Brian Thomas Jr., Chase Brown, and Igbuka for Lamar and Henry. Yeah, I would do that. I would do that. Oh, wait. Well, you don't need a quarterback. So, no, I wouldn't do that. You don't need a quarterback. Should I still have hope in Trevion? No. Let me show you something. The classic meme. Let's check it out. It's probably my favorite one right now. This guy against the Titans did nothing. This is a game where they dominated, and he had 9 snaps. 9 snaps in a game they crushed the Titans. 9 snaps. This guy's getting no work. No, thank you. I think you drop him or try to trade him. Hawkinson or Schultz? I like Hawkinson for a touchdown tonight. I'm playing Hawkinson. Last question, Abraham says, I've got Chuba and CMC this week. Should I drop Mungai for Rico? Yeah. Well, Mungai has some trade value. How's Rico on the waiver wire? That's insane. But yeah, Mungai has some value, though. Swift could miss. So I would try to trade him first. But yeah, I would try to get Rico because he's got better long-term value. Pick one, Kittle with Purdy coming back or Gadsden. I'd just play Gadsden. He dropped 27 points last week. Should I sell Henry? You got to keep Henry, guys. Let me show you real quick on Henry. This is why you want to have the Walter Picks app, guys. It makes the research easy. I used to spend like hours doing a lot of this research. It's so easy on the Walter Picks app. You can download it, 14-day free trial, prop evaluator, trade finder, all the good stuff with code NOBS, 14-day free trial in the profile. This matchup is good. Chicago, Miami. He faces some tougher ones. Cincinnati first week of playoffs. I really like his schedule here. Mason Taylor or Jonnu Smith. I'm going to go Jonnu Smith. I just think the Steelers will score more points, and that will leave better touchdown opportunity because that's what you're looking for with those 2 tight ends. Jackson Dart or Drake May. Let's check what we have in the Walter Picks app here. Let's see what the team thinks. Let's get a reminder here. The team says to go with Jackson. Oh, it's got him. Okay, we got to click in. It's got a side by side, which pretty much means go with your gut. Fantasy points projected. We have Jackson Dart by 0.1. We also have a better boom probability, but lower bust probability for Drake May. I'm probably going to go Jackson Dart because the Eagles defense hasn't been awesome. This week in long term. This week, I think Gadsden for boom, Hawkinson for safety, and long term, Hawkinson hasn't, I go Gadsden because if JJ McCarthy comes back, I think Hawkinson isn't going to be that good. Should you drop Judy? I would try to trade him away. If you can. First, like combine him with someone else and try to trade him away. But yeah, you can drop him. But honestly, he'll probably have another good week this year. Maybe one good week, then trade him away. And the hardest part, guys, is like you want to trade a guy away. And then he has a good week and you're like, well, now he's back. No, you have to decide. Like right in here, write yourself a note that says, as soon as I get to trade this player, I am sending them away. And Judy will probably have a game this season, a touchdown at some point where you can finally trade him away. And who knows, maybe they'll switch to Shedeur at some point. Mooney or Addison? I'd go Addison. I love Mooney this week, guys. He's a great play. He's got a great matchup, but Addison's been too good. Let me go to the wide receiver tab. Let's see where we have Addison. Justin Jefferson at wide receiver 3. Love that. Addison at 13. Yeah, for a reason. He's really good. Caleb Williams or Danny Dimes? I'm going Danny Dimes. I think Caleb has had some ups and downs. By the way, guys, we got 2 minutes left of the live. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Next time, it'll be Avery. So he's taking some much-deserved time off and going to an awesome event as well. So super excited for him. I'm filling in tonight. Normally, this is his night. So make sure you're subscribed to see him next week. He does it. He's awesome on these lives. Probably more entertaining than I am. So make sure you're subscribed to get this next week. Let's answer just a couple more, and then I'm off to I got to do some more work. So we got to get after it tonight. Posting some NBA content. If you guys did not see, we got basketball.Walter Picks. I'm doing some work on that tonight. And may finish a start sit video for wide receivers for tomorrow. So excited about that as well. And to watch the game too. Should we trade away Ashton Genty? I think that's a good trade, but what I would do is kind of double because Swift has a terrible playoff schedule. So you can trade Ashton Genty for Swift. And then as he continues to do great, try to upgrade him again. That's what I would do. Derrick Henry or Juwan Jennings? Easily Derrick Henry for me this week. Mungai or Spears or Vidal? Wow. So the trade-off here is that if Swift misses, Mungai is going to go crazy. But if Swift doesn't miss, Vidal is definitely the right play. So I think I'd play Vidal. All right, guys, that's going to end it for us tonight. Appreciate you hanging out, dropping the questions. Make sure you like and subscribe. And only for you, here on YouTube, you get the 14-day free trial in the profile. Use code NOBS when you sign up. Try out the brand new Trade Finder. I helped with it. It's pretty awesome. You're going to enjoy it as well. We also got the prop evaluator as well for the premium or elite tier. Pretty awesome too. So sync your leagues, try out the tools, and we will see you guys on Sunday with Sam's Live. It's going to be awesome.